Right, everybody, so we're live for this week's 10-minute tactics. This is going to be a really good one, this one. Like always, I'm not going to start, and say hi to everyone. So I'm going to say hi right now. I obviously will stop a little bit in between it all. If you've got any questions, do put them in the comments or at the end, and I'll jump into the comments at the end. But yeah, this is going to be a really interesting one. So we're going to talk about how you can create a bulk load of content for your social media in literally minutes by using ChatGPT and Canva to create it at bulk. It's really, really cool. We'll wait for maybe another 30 to 60 seconds before I jump into this. But yeah, so kind of just to give you some of the preamble into this, we're going to use AI, which is, in this case, we're going to use ChatGPT, and we're going to use Canva, which I pay for both of these. So there's certain restrictions that you would obviously have, but you can get the general idea of how this works as well. So what I will say is, just while we're waiting to get started, for $20 a month, paying for ChatGPT is just an absolute no-brainer, especially because you can train it and you can build your own GPT bots. And so one of the things that I do is I've trained it on who my audience is. I've trained it on their pain points, on the problems, on their wants, their frustrations, their desires, their fears, their aspirations. And it allows me to create what I call hot button topics that are going to press the buttons and really look to grab their attention. So I'm going to show you how we do this. And we're going to give this literally 30 more seconds, and then we're going to jump in for the 10-minute tactic. So if you're just jumping in right now, do say hi, say hello, put your name below. If you're watching it on a replay, do put replay just so we know what kind of timings you are preferring to watch this stuff at. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to use ChatGPT and Canva to create a bulk load of content in around about 3 or 4 minutes. And then I'll show you some advanced stuff that you can do after as well if you're interested in this. So, cool. We're going to get started, guys. So the first thing I'm going to do is let's jump into ChatGPT. So I have, again, as I mentioned a minute ago, I've got multiple different bots that I have inside of my account, and so they know my target audience, they know their problems, they know their wants, they know what frustrations they face, their desires, their aspirations, their fear. It knows all this stuff because I've trained it on my perfect future clients. And so it really helps me to be able to do that, because then I can start creating content that helps them. It really, really helps them. So what we need to do firstly is we need to give it a prompt. So this is one that I've written down firstly. And I'll read it out to you. You can probably see it yourself, but I'm going to read it to you. So it's based on my perfect future client. I want you to create 30 thumbnail titles that are advanced, not basic or often used, that are hot button topics that will stop them scrolling and hook them to read more. Please do not use emojis, bullet points, list them in a number order, add speech commas, and no title themes, just the hook. The thing with AI, sometimes it's like over efficient, and sometimes it's needs real clarity. So let's see what it comes back with anyway. I bet it gives me numbers. It always tends to give me numbers, even when I told it not to. Here we go, look at that. Number 1 straight off. I just knew we were going to do it. But what it's going to do is it's going to base this on, as I've said, the things that's going to resonate with my target audience. So what we've got here is, I'm just going to read through because it's still writing right now. So what high value clients really want, it's not what you think, the dark side of scaling, why more clients can mean less profit. So these are good titles already. What we do need to do is, once it's finished, we need to tell it to get rid of these numbers. So we don't want any of these numbers in. And sometimes what you're going to look at is, are they doing it in English or is it like an American? So they'll use dollars and they'll put the Zs in there for when it should be S's and things like that as well. So let's just get rid of these. Please remove the numbers. We just want there we go. So you can see now it's now writing this down for us with just what we actually asked it to do. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to take this and we're going to put it into a spreadsheet. And I'll show you once it's finished. For everyone that's just jumping in, hi, by the way, we're going to show you how to create a bulk load of content for social media based on like really powerful content in 3 or 4 minutes, really, really quickly. That's 10 minutes tactic today. So let's have a look. Are we done? We are done. Right, let's get these. So we're going to copy them all. I've got a spreadsheet over here, which I've called bulk social content posts. So we're going to paste them all into here. And then we're just going to export or download them rather as a CSV file. That's now exported them. What we're going to do is we're then going to go over to Canva. So in Canva, I've got a template that's set up. You can create whatever template you want. This is just one that I use. You'll see that many of my posts has this style theme or template. You can change it. Well, you obviously put whatever picture you want. It's just going to use this as a template for that. Now, what we want to do is we want to go down to apps, which is here, and you just want to type the word bulk and hit return, and you'll see this one here called bulk create. The file that we've just done, the CSV, we're going to go here and we're going to upload this, and we're going to use, in fact, let's just get the title. I called this bulk, what do I call it? Bulk social content posts. So let's just get that, and we're going to put it in. So we're going to use this one. There we go. So that's pulled it in there. Now what we need to do is assign it. So we're going to click this, and we're going to right click, and we're going to put connect data, and we're going to connect to this data right here. So that's telling it that the file that I've uploaded is the right file, and this is where we want you to put the text in this space right here. So we're going to click continue. That's then going to populate, as you can see down the side here. It's populated all the different posts that it's created, and then we're going to generate these designs. Now, for some reason, it's saying 29. I don't know why it's come up saying 29, but it is what it is. So that's now created 29 different posts, all based on them templates, them themes, them titles. Pretty cool, right? So you've got 29 pieces of content created. It took probably 2 or 3 minutes to be able to do that. The good thing is that you can then pick any of them, and if you are using AI, you can, and you've trained it like I have, you can get it to help you write the post as well. So you could say, what high value clients really want. It's not what you think. So we can take that, and you can go back here and you can say, based on this title, write my post. And it's going to come back, and it's going to give you an idea. Now, this could be really, really good. The idea is that you don't want to just lift it and post it. I mean, we could do with the way that I've trained my bots, because it's speaking in my style right now, because I've trained it. I've spent hours and hours and hours training it. But let's have a look what it's giving us. So it's going to say, what high value clients really want. It's not what you think. Most business owners assume that high value clients want more information, more details, and more proof before making a decision. Wrong. They don't want more. They want certainty. Certainty that you understand their problems better than they do. Certainty that you're the best option to solve it. Certainty that working with you is a measurable upgrade to their life or their business. See, high-value clients aren't buying based on logic alone. They're buying based on trust, status, and confidence. I mean, this is really, really good. And again, it's good because of the level of training that I've given it. So it's put it all together. What we can also do is you can ask it, for hashtags. So you can say, give me 3 to 5 high-performing hashtags that, I don't know how I spell performing there, by the way, perfuming. Oh, wow, okay, performing. I'll just do that. A shouldn't be in there. Performing hashtags that will help my post reach more people. And it's going to pull them out, and then you've got the hashtags right there as well. So I'll tell you that these are designed to attract business owners, coaches, and service providers looking to close high-value deals. So again, it's done it because that's my audience. That's the kind of audience that I'm looking at targeting. So it knows all this already. But what we've got in essence is 30 posts. It's created them in no time whatsoever. You could literally go through one at a time, and within the space of probably 25 minutes to, half an hour tops, you could have literally a month's worth of content created just by doing this. Now, what I would say is it is all down to how well you have trained this bot to start with. So if you give it really poor information, it's going to give you a really poor result. So it's like anything, though, the more you put in, the more you're going to get out from that as well. So guys, if you're just joining us, we've just created 30 days worth of content in probably about 3 minutes. We did that. And again, it's using ChatGPT and Canva to be able to do this as well. So this is today's 10-minute tactics. I definitely think that's going to be really helpful for a lot of people. If you like the idea of this kind of stuff, this is just like some low-level stuff that we do. But, if you want to find out more about how you can start turning your content then into people who pay you, to clients, because it's all about creating content that gets attention and, comes across as helpful, and it answers questions, and it emotionally moves them, presses their hot buttons, what we call hot buttons. But ultimately, if that then doesn't translate into money in your bank, it's all just playing, and we don't want to be playing at social media. We want to be playing with purpose on social media. So we are, doing, well, you probably saw me talking about it actually. We're doing the group sessions right now, and so if you want to look at the next one, which we're going to start in April, just drop the word or comment the word grow below, and I'll send you some details about what it's like. It's absolutely fantastic. The idea is that you get the real advanced stuff. So we'll teach you the basic stuff, but you can find the basic stuff anywhere. What we're going to teach you though is how you turn that basic stuff into the advanced stuff to then be able to convert it into money in the bank. That's ultimately what this game's all about. Whatever business you're in, like the oxygen to your business is revenue, and if you don't have revenue, you're gonna suffocate. So cool, guys. If you just jumped into that and you kind of coming in a little bit late, drop the word replay so we know what time you come and join us. Other than that, you can watch it on a replay. And I'll put a link below so you can always go and watch this again. I know that the live streams are going to get deleted after 30 days on Facebook now. So, I'll put a link to the video so you can come back and watch this again as well. But yeah, cool. Go and do it. Let's see you making that content. I'll see you again, guys. Later.